Hi, I'm glad you're back. Today I have a short nonfiction piece. It comes out of this issue of the Pedigree Review. This is volume 9, and it is called Bullseye. When I married my husband, the deputy, over 20 years ago, he told me, I need to take you to the shooting range so you know how to shoot the guns. I hadn't shot a gun in 15 years, and even then it was only once. So I agreed and waited for this to happen. A second marriage for both of us, our days filled up with the activities of 2 teenagers living with us and 3 younger children visiting on a regular basis. The guns remained secured on a top shelf of his closet, out of sight, out of mind. Then we moved to a house in the country. Last year, while discussing weekend plans, I suggested he take me to the shooting range. No, Bruce said, I don't have time to make arrangements to do that. Like what arrangements? I said. I need to buy ammo. He had just gone through night shooting exercises, which meant he had just cleaned his guns. I think he probably didn't want to clean them again. As time passed, I kept pressing him to take me to the shooting range. Now that we live in the country, I'd feel safer if I knew how to use the guns. Nothing happened. Then our dog, Abraham, died, so I no longer had his large, barking presence to protect me. When Bruce was out of town for work, I felt alone and vulnerable. When he asked for my Christmas list, I said, take me to the shooting range and teach me how to use the guns. That's what I want. Bruce appeared to consider this suggestion. Do you want your own gun? The question surprised me. I never felt an overwhelming desire to own guns, although I wouldn't mind a crossbow or compound bow since I enjoy archery. I don't know. Not until I shoot your guns. Christmas came. He gave me a soundboard. I dropped obvious hints. We can go shoot any time, he said. Well, we don't, I said. Valentine's Day came. He gave me jewelry. Our anniversary arrived. He gave me flowers and candy, then hugged me. I thought we'd go look at shoes. I do need new shoes. Well, we can do that if you'd rather, he said, stepping back. Wait, what did you say? What had I missed? I said we could go shoot, but if you'd rather get shoes, we can do that. Oh no, you're taking me to shoot, I told him. No way was he going to dodge this again. So finally, we went to the shooting range. As we filled out the release form, I caught Bruce checking his watch for the date. Really? I said, laughing. Really? You had to look? The older man behind the counter said, it must be your anniversary. Bruce checked the date on his watch out of habit, but that didn't stop me from ribbing him a little about it. All right, a lot. I teased him so much that right before we went into the range, the clerk said, I don't want any bloodshed in there, you two. We laughed, donned our safety gear, and entered the range, silhouette target in hand. I tried the .38 revolver first, liking how easy it was to load and fire. My aim remained good, just like it had been that one time many years ago. I felt pride over hitting the center of the silhouette, even though it felt weird shooting at the shape of a man. Then I tried a SIG 380 pistol. The lady behind the gun counter told me a lot of women like the grip on this gun. I struggled loading the clip, but once we got it loaded, I was ready to shoot and sighted for the target. As I started to pull the trigger, Bruce said, pull back slowly. I shifted my focus on my index finger, attempting a steady but slow pull. When the gun fired, I felt a sharp stab. Ow! Blood oozed from a gash on my left thumb. What did you do? Bruce said. We both stared at the blood. I don't know. I handed him the gun. The slide caught my thumb somehow. It's jammed. I looked around for a tissue. He cleared the jammed shell. Are you okay? I'm fine, just a little blood. Let me try again. He aimed the gun toward the target to demonstrate. Keep your thumb down like this. I studied what he did and realized I must have moved my thumb when I changed my focus on drawing the trigger back slowly. He handed the gun back to me, but I couldn't summon the force to reload the chamber. Blood trickled down my hand. Big blotches stained the hem of my shirt and puddled on the floor. I think I'm going to need to clean this up. I gave Bruce the SIG and headed out of the shooting range, the clerk's joking comment ringing in my ears. No bloodshed. Laughing, I approached the counter, right palm cupped to catch the blood. I need to clean this up. To his credit, the man did not comment on my situation. He assisted me in cleaning my hand, provided multiple bandages, and when I couldn't open the bandage, did that too. I headed back toward the range. Don't forget to keep your thumb down, he called after me. Like I'll ever forget that again. I went back and shot the revolver, the SIG, and Bruce's 9mm. My thumb ached, but I soldiered on, determined not to give Bruce a reason to regret this trip. As we left, I examined the stains on my clothes. I looked like I had come out of a war zone. Scattered bloodstains covered my shirt. Even my sleeves carried the evidence of my anniversary gift. On the ride home, I considered my next Facebook post. For our anniversary, Bruce took me to the shooting range. I didn't bleed much. So that one was kind of a fun experience. And I mentioned in there crossbow and archery. I'd rather do that than shoot a gun, to be honest with you. But it was a fun experience. And in case you're wondering, no, we have not been back to the shooting range because not long after that, we ended up with kids in the house again and not as much time, but at least I know a little bit more about it and I know to keep my thumb down. Okay, well, if you like this, then please subscribe to my YouTube page here and my YouTube channel. And if you will, please also check in the comments for links to subscribing to my mailing list and for links to my blog and Eclectic Muse. Until next time, keep your thumbs down.